Hey guys, it's Nick. Thanks for tuning into Long Island Wargaming. And by popular request, the Skaven are back. I've gotten tons of messages from you guys, and I love the Skaven love, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, but the Skaven rock. So, this video is going to be a little different. I'm going to go over a list I started worked on that I'm already tweaking because I forgot some stuff and I need to make some changes. So this isn't going to be a regular battle report. However, there will be a game, but it's only a few turns in because it's very one-sided, and it's just really to see the army get on the field and how it does. So here's the list. I'm running a Grey Seer and a Warlord on Bonebreaker. Now, Brawlers is all about getting as many points as you possibly can, so instead of having as much shit as I might just have, like, weapons teams and stuff where you could pick up easy points, I decided to go with the Seer on Bell. I think it's defensive enough to secure the points, and it's got some offensive abilities. And then the Warlord on Bonebreaker is useful. I don't know how he's going to do or where I'm going to put him, but who gives a shit? So he's got the Scout, the Grey Seer, and the Fencer's Blade, and the Rival Hide Talisman. Now this is a build that I've seen a lot of people do, but I have been chatting a lot with a subscriber, ChrisTsuke. I forget which channel he's from because he does put up some games with his friends, so keep your eyes out for that. And if you watch this video, Chris, please feel free to post that below, and I'll put that in the comments or the discussion, the information section of this video. Anyway, so the Warlord is on a Bonebreaker. He's got the 4+ ward save. He has Dwarf Bane because I think it would be fun to try something a little bit different that's not bad. I'm anticipating seeing a lot of dwarves as the new book is out. So the Dwarf Bane is a +1 strength weapon, and it's only 5 points more than the regular +1 strength weapon, and it gives me like armor piercing versus dwarves and like reroll missed wounds or hits or something. It's useful against dwarves. I think it would be interesting and fun if I could hopefully play a dwarf player. And I brought the Enchanted Shield. Now you might ask why I have Dwarf Bane at all. Well, I'm clocking in exactly at 750 points for my lords. So max out points there. So the bell is here to stay. I know people might convince me otherwise, but I'm going to go for it. It's a painted model, and it's got a decent ward save. Hopefully nobody shoots it. And with saying that, nobody's shooting it down or magicking it to death. With magic, it's got 2-up board, as does the Grey Seer, but I am bringing the Storm Banner, so hopefully that can help. So Chieftain, BSB, Eternal Flame, Shield, so he's got a little bit of defensive ability with that shield there. It's really not that great, but he's going to be situational. I'm probably going to keep him in either the Storm Vermin or the Clan Rat unit, and he'll move about as need be, if, depending on where regen might be. I got the Doom Rocket Engineer. I've got the Obsidian Lodestone Engineer. I'm thinking of putting him in the Storm Vermin. This way the Grey Seer can go with the Clan Rats and not have to get into combat if he doesn't have to. The Rat Darts, of course. 50 Storm Vermin with the Razor Banner. This is something that Skaven NAZ does, the Razor Banner on them, which is good. So they're Strength 4 and then -2 armor save with Strength 4 and armor piercing. So that's good against, Chaos Warriors or anything that's heavily armored. So you got 1-up armor save knights. Now they're at a 3+, so hopefully you can squeeze some kills through there. 35 Clan Rats. I might have to flesh this out, give them some more. You might also notice I don't have a Dispel Scroll because I straight up forgot it when I went to play this game, so that's something that I am going to go back and add in, of course. The slaves. I've got 35 monks. I was kind of running them in ranks just to get them to go do something. I don't know how I feel about it. They didn't do anything in this game, unfortunately, and they didn't do anything in the game before, so I might take that 200 and almost 300 points and just do something with them elsewhere. The problem with that is they've got the Storm Banner, and I kind of really want the Storm Banner, so I might have to drop the Eternal Flame Banner or give the Storm Banner to the Storm Vermin, so I don't know what you guys think about that, but let me know. And if you could take that 300 points and put them somewhere else, what would you do with them? I mean, I can make a Clan Rat unit bigger, or I don't know, bring out another hero or two. If I drop the monk unit, I could bring like 3 or 4 chieftains with like halberds and just put them in the entire front rank of the Clan Rat unit, which would be pretty cool. I've done that before, where you just put a bunch of heroes in the front, so nobody kills Clan Rats, but you're going like initiative 6, strength 5 with the halberd, a couple attacks. It's cool. I like that idea. Gutter Runners, Poison Slings. I got 8 of them. They'll do their job. 2 Hellpit Abominations, 1 with the Warpstone Spike, so I can take out any Ethereal Chaff, Doom Wheel, and Lightning Cannon. So only 1 Doom Wheel, only 1 Lightning Cannon, because if I go ahead and bring the Storm Banner, I want to make sure that I don't have too much hinging on it affecting me. Yeah, so leave any comments or thoughts on that. Like I said, this is going to be switched around. I've already have a new list, but for the purposes of this video, you'll see how it goes. So I'm going to be playing against Rich's Empire at 3,000 points. He hasn't played in a while, and he hasn't made a list in a while, so he's at a handicap. He brings a whole bunch of heroes, Witch Hunter, BSB, Caster, all that fun stuff, Lord, whatnot. He has 2 units of 4 Demigryphs, 3 units of Pistoliers, a unit of Inner Circle Knights, and then Swordsmen with a detachment of Swordsmen, and then I think there's another detachment of Swordsmen that's not out yet. Man, Lore of Heavens was great. I really liked it, but getting back to my Skaven spells feels awesome. So I roll up Vermintide, Wither, Plague, and Bless with Filth. I think I'm going to take some of those Plague Monk points and also add a level 2 caster. Rich rolls up Shield of Thorns, Throne of Vines, Dwellers Below, and Flesh to Stone. And here is deployment. So I kind of have the Doom Wheel and the Helped Abomination out all in that flank to deal with those Demigryphs, and they can just slide forward, and everything else is as is. So I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I've got so many buys on the field. I'm not really worried. So there's a quick Vanguard and 2 more Vanguards. And then Rich goes ahead and scores turn 1, which is great. And I go ahead and let the Storm Banner off. So the Storm Banner is rolling. Fortunately, I think he gets pretty much everything through that he needs to. Both of the cannons actually go ahead and shoot. But something to notice here in Rich's deployment or his movement. He's got the Demigryphs here on the right side, trying to make their way towards the slaves and the Storm Vermin. He takes the Fast Cav and lines them up like this. This way, when the Doom Wheel moves forward, they'll get shocked instead of the Demigryphs, and he'll lose 3 guys. He later realizes, and this is something I explained to him, it would have been better if he just put them all the way up forward and just did a real close redirect. This way, I would have had to hit them and go in a direction that would have been less optimal for me. But you live and you learn. So he casts Dwellers Below, which is awesome, but I go ahead and dispel it with 2 6s, which is great. I also have no scroll, so I kind of got lucky. If it had gotten off, I probably would have lost about half of my Storm Vermin. But that's it for Rich's turn, so we go ahead into Skaven turn 2, and the Doom Wheel rolls like a 14 or 15 above average, and he ends up scoring that charge, and he can't make a reaction because it's random move. And we had a discussion there about what was the best choice, and I mean, Rich knew that the Doom Wheel was going to move quickly. He just didn't think I was going to roll really high. So I ended up rolling like a 6, a 4, and a 4. So I really lucked out there and got what I needed. The Helped Abomination goes like 6 inches. The other one goes ahead and runs forward. It's being proxied by the Gore Beast, not Gore Beast, the Vortex Beast. And the rest of my movement just kind of stay back. So I'm happy. Here's just another angle. You can see to the left I moved this rat dart up full. This way, if he charges me, I am about 13 inches away from him with the slaves and the plague monks, so even if he rolls a 12 for overrun, he'll be right there in front of me. I'm kind of hoping he rolls low. This way I can go ahead and march the slaves up and tilt them facing more to the right. This way, if he goes ahead and charges me, which he will be forced to do when I make that maneuver, the plague monks can go ahead and flank charge them. So I go ahead and shoot with the cannon because nothing happens in magic because everything is out of range, which I then realized maybe I should have kept the Dreaded 13th. I was debating on swapping it out for something different, but I think I swapped it out for Wither, but I ended up wanting the 13th because I'm out of range for like 2 turns. But anyway, the cannon goes ahead and kills a few knights. The Doom Wheel zaps 3 Fast Cav, and he goes ahead and overruns into the Demigryph, which is exactly what I want. And I guess I took this picture later. Since everything was out of range, I guess I gave my guys poison. So, in Rich's turn 2, he goes ahead and charges the Giant Rats. And he goes ahead and moves these Pistoliers up to kind of railroad the Helped Abomination. And then we had the discussion about, railroading and whatnot. So I'm going to put the link of my video below where I disprove railroading as not being really possible in Warhammer. But nonetheless, I can charge either of those 2 units, however it would work out, or go straight forward into the Demigryph, which, is what I want anyway. Everything else moves up full, and I failed to explain there are 2 cannons in the back, and then those 2 chariots are those +1 to hit guys. I forget what they're called, but they give the units +1 to hit around them. And here we are on the right flank. Doesn't look good for Rich. So Rich goes ahead and gets thrown of vines off. I'm always the asshole that says, well, I'll let it go through and then I'll, try to dispel everything else. But it always ends up backfiring. Rich goes for Dwellers Below again onto the Storm Vermin, and again I rolled 2 6s. So lucky. At this point I would have been down to like 12 Storm Vermin, but I really lucked out and starting to get Rich a little aggravated. And he has a few dice left to get Flesh to Stone off onto these guys, so they're at +4 toughness, I think, which is not fun. 5 wounds are done to the Hellpit Abomination by 1 cannon. So I do some impact hits, and I'm strength 6 against his toughness 7, so I'm able to do like 1 or 2 wounds, which is great. The problem is, it's not really a problem. He's steadfast because he has a rank of monstrous cavalry, but he ends up rolling like a 10, and his leadership I think is 9 with the reroll, but he ends up actually breaking, which is kind of sad, and I go ahead and run them down. Giant rats are killed outright, and he just reforms. And this is Skaven turn 2, where we go ahead and just kind of melt the Empire to the ground. This Hellpit Abomination goes ahead and runs into the Demigryphs. This Hellpit Abomination goes and runs into this detachment, and the Doomwheel into the Chariot. The Hurricanum or Luminarch, I forget which one it is, but it's the +1 to hit radius 1. So here's my remaining moves. The slaves to the left go ahead and move up this way. The knights have to charge them and grind them. The Lord on Bowbreaker is in the bell unit. He's not touching the bell, so if there's a miscast, I don't have to worry about losing him, or having him take a wound, I should say. And I'm not sure where he's going to end up, but I might make this Clan Rat unit a little bit better when I redistribute the points from the Plague Monks. And the Giant Rats over to the right, just do a redirect with that Swordman horde. So I go ahead and plague this unit and pull off a whole rank. The Witch Hunter, Demon Hunter, Bounty Hunter guy, he goes ahead and has a Magic Rest too, so he saves a whole bunch of them, which is nice. Wither gets off onto the Demigryphs, and the cannon misfire and shoots like off the table edge, so I'm not upset. And we'll kick him while he's down and shoot the Doom Rocket and pretty much just erase this unit. The Hurricanum Luminarch breaks from combat after being charged by the Doomwheel. The Doomwheel goes ahead and runs into the unit that the Hellpit Abomination is in. And we go ahead and just pretty much destroy it. He's got at least 5 guys left, so he is stubborn. And the Hellpit Abomination just kind of plows through the Demigryphs, and at that point we just call the game because it's very one-sided. A little disgruntled by the random move, which is a little frustrated with Skaven, which is easy to understand. But with that being said, I feel like I've got a lot of control with the board with the Hellpit Abominations on the flanks, being able to control any flanking units or scrimmagers or chaff or anything else, redirectors that are just getting in the way. So I think this is a pretty solid list. Too many units. I feel like I've got too many units with that being said, because with the amount of control that the Hellpit Abominations provide, I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Plague Monks and add some new stuff in. So I'm going to do that tonight, and I will go ahead and share a new list with you guys as soon as I can, and then get this list rolling for Brawlers. And I apologize about not knowing what anything in the Empire Army is called. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.